Professor Black Ops, you see it. Let's get it. Zelle scammer Bilk banks thousands of dollars. A couple of females got scammed, which I think is pretty sad. So let's hit the article, then there'll be a short video at the end. So let's check it out. Zelle scammers Bilk bank customers out of thousands. How to avoid them in an update. So we just, like I said, we're gonna run through the article real quick and just look at the little video. This happened a little while ago, but not too long ago. Two Chicago area women say they were scammed, bilked out of 3,500 each, calling them over the phone and using the Zelle mobile app system to withdraw money from their Bank of American accounts. If these two came forward, there was a couple hundred people that got hit that nobody even heard of. It's real distressing, said one of the women. Nausheen Brooks told the TV station, "You save your hard-earned money just to be taken away." The scammers text Brooks and the other woman, Darlene Chelsey, pretending to be the Bank of America, and asked them to verify the purchase. Both women denied making the purchase in question and were called by the person claiming to be bank representatives. The scammers used what appeared to be legitimate Bank of America phone numbers. The women were each told that they had been Zelle withdrawals from their accounts, but the problems could quickly be fixed if they used their own mobile banking apps to transfer the money back to themselves. Brooks and Chexley both did, so the money disappeared. It seemed that both of their Zelle accounts had already been taken over by the scammers. They definitely have access to the accounts that the money was wired to herself. A threat researcher from Bitdefender told WLS. We added that the scammers may have gotten access to the account due to data breaches at the other websites that has compromised and reused passwords. They're going to talk about some things to do to protect yourself. But one thing is, every 3 or 6 months, you need to change your password or rotate them because a lot of those passwords are actually out on the dark web. How to avoid Zelle scams. Avoiding Zelle scams is like avoiding many other online scams. Create strong, unique passwords. Use a password manager. Don't trust anyone who calls or texts you and wants to perform a financial transaction, even if that person appears from the bank. Instead, call the bank yourself using the number that you looked up. That's huge. Never let anybody get on your phone. Never let anybody take over your phone. If it's from the bank, just tell them, I'm going to look it up and call the bank. Don't give out your one-time user verification code to anyone. Years of Zelle scams. Zelle was actually scammed or had issues back in April 2018. Later, people who never signed up for Zelle were scammed out of thousands of dollars. The more recent scam involves persons whose accounts have already been hijacked, perhaps password reuse. It says, why is Zelle vulnerable? The real problem is Zelle's use email address and phone numbers to identify account holders, and neither was designed to be foolproof. Both email address and phone numbers can easily be spoofed by cheap software. Many banks do a text one-time code to customers to verify certain transactions. Yet not only is this text message can be intercepted, but scammers can con customers into revealing their text code. In the meantime, one thing does appear to have changed. Both Brooks and Chelsey has $3,500 loss covered by Bank of America. That's a better outcome than some of the earliest Zelle scams. Banks and credit cards are pretty good about returning your money, but the cost of that is when you do bank withdrawals from other ATMs, it's $3 to $4 now. Bank fees, that's all it covers scams like this. Zero response, phishing scams. This is an example of a phishing scam where customers spoofed the Bank of America phone number and attempted to convince individuals to provide their personal information. That's not a breach of a Bank of America. In-app notifications, when customers sends money using Zelle within their mobile app or online banking system, they're sending money directly from their bank account to another person's banking account, typically within minutes when both the users have already enrolled. When sending money, there is a final prompt requiring the sender to confirm the mobile number or email address being used and that belongs to a intended recipient. These prompts provide the first name of the person, who the mobile number is or email is enrolled into there. So there's a standard safeguards to help your account. consumer education. Zelle is working to address this acute need for financial education. Throughout our Pay It Safe initiative, we have partnered with organizations to offer free financial educations to consumers through modern banking courses and consumer protection resources. So once again, Professor Black Ops, please subscribe. Please check out the quick news reel talking about that issue. Thank you very much.
They were tricked into sending Zelle payments to their own accounts, but that money somehow ended up in the hands of scammers instead. The complex scheme starts with a text and then a phone call. It's a phone and voice phishing scam known as vishing.
It's really distressing.
Nausheen Brooks was out $3,500.
You save your hard-earned money to just be taken away from you.
She received this text saying it was her bank, Bank of America, verifying a purchase. When she answered no, she got a call from someone saying they were a Bank of America representative and they were asking questions that made it all sound so real. Then Brooks was told there was a $3,500 Zelle withdrawal from her Bank of America account, which was pending. And all she had to do was transfer the money back to herself through Zelle to reverse it. When she sent herself the $3,500 through Zelle, the money disappeared. If you sent the Zelle to your own email and your own number, how did it get to the scammer?
That's where I'm lost for words.
And look at this. Even though the transaction has her information, another strange name appeared underneath, making it look like someone took over her Zelle account.
Hey, be really aware.
The same scam happened to Darlene Chelsey. She lost $3,500 to scammers after sending the money to herself through Zelle on Bank of America's app.
I sent it to myself. Nobody should be able to get it but me. But clearly it didn't go to me.
Chelsey says the incoming phone number was made to look like a real Bank of America phone number, and she says the fraudsters even used the same hold music as Bank of America. But it wasn't the bank.
These attackers gain trust, the victim's trust.
Cybersecurity experts at Bitdefender say the scammers are impersonating the banks with texts and phone numbers by using spoofing technology. Experts say the attackers may have already had the victim's information by studying their social media, and they may have sign-in info through software which hackers use to hunt for passwords and usernames.
They definitely had access to the account if the money was wired to herself. The theft itself is simple, right? There are very few steps that the attacker needs to do to transfer the money out.
Brooks says she was fooled into handing over authentication codes from her texts, which may have allowed scammers access to the account on a new device. Chelsey says she never gave the callers those codes.
Why are you asking me for that? And that is when the call dropped and it was gone. And so was the money.
The I-Team contacted both Zelle and Bank of America, which sent us a statement saying we remind clients that they should not provide confidential account information to unidentified individuals. Bank of America and other legitimate companies would not ask for sensitive account information such as passcodes or authentication codes. We have a number of measures in place to proactively warn clients about scams, and we periodically reach out to customers with information about how to stay safe and avoid scams. Bank of America, which is a partial owner of Zelle, looked into both claims and credited both Chelsey and Brooks that $3,500.
I was lucky and blessed enough that, I had you guys to help me with this.
If you get a call like that, hang up and call your real bank's number listed on its website or your debit card. Security experts also say you should never use the same password. For example, if your email password is compromised and it's the same as your bank, scammers can then get into your bank account. More tips on our website, abc7chicago.com.
Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to our ABC7 Chicago YouTube channel.